You might be down and broken, but you must know that God can bring you two together again. God is able and willing to fix and restore that broken relationship and fix it. What are the problems in your relationship? Do you think it is still possible to keep it going? Or do you want to give up on it? You must know that giving up is not a remedy, nor is it an appropriate approach. You can trust God to fix your relationship, because there is no relationship so broken that He cannot repair or fix. There is still hope for your relationship. Do not give up. I know things are getting tough and out of hand. You desire to move away from the relationship, but I tell you, you do not have to, because God is up to something with that broken relationship. We all have times of challenges and difficulty in one area of our lives or the other. But you should know that God is not interested in destructive moves, except when the occurrence of that thing is against His own will. Your relationship is not against God's will. Therefore, He will be so pleased to restore it when it is broken. If you are confused, if you are tired and down, you also do not know how to go about your life and your relationship with that person because of the lots of up and downs, with counts of heartbreaking situations that has happened to you in that relationship. After you have done all that you could and just want to give up and not continue with your commitment in that relationship, but you are usually having some restrictions in hard times, making such a decision, it is an indication that you do not have to give up. God has plans for you. He has a plan already for that relationship, and it is planned all for the good of you, because He will restore that relationship for you. Despite the inconveniences, the ups and downs, and heartbreaks, God is telling you to hold your peace and know that He will do what only He can do. There is no need to worry because He is working on it already. He has it in mind to restore that broken relationship. When you understand this, you will know that it is in your own best interest to be on your guard and hold your peace. It is possible the love you share is dead and gone, and you no more feel anything for that person anymore. Your passion and commitment for that relationship are not burning as it was before, because of the consistent reoccurrence of things that you don't like from your partner, and that has been the major reason you have not been feeling happy and healthy in that relationship. That love has gone sore, and your communication is not as effective as it used to be before. You have been down and broken and not interested in loving anymore. You have always believed in love, but now you are not in that position anymore, because what you have experienced from your lover is not encouraging to you, and now you are having a different experience outside your expectations, and that is not what you wanted to have in that relationship. I want you to know that there's nothing God can't do. You must understand that so many relationships that have the seal of God on them always attract the influence of the devil. Sometimes some things happen that may be a human character, but it is the devil that is working those things out to see that he destroy the relationship, to make sure that the relationship does not fulfill the destiny and the purpose of its creations. If such happens in your relationship, then you do not have to go fighting your spouse, but rather you develop the attitude that it is an attack from the devil to destroy your joy and happiness in that relationship that God has given to you. That is when you will know and grow the consciousness that God is capable and willing to do something for you in your relationship. And when this happens, you will have the joy and your happiness restored to you, because it is God's responsibility to stop the works of the devil in your life. If you see it from that perspective, then you will stop worrying, wasting your time planning, and strategizing how to mend things on your own. For if you have prayed that God should intervene in your broken relationship, then you have to have it in mind that God will fix and restore it because you have prayed and God answers prayers. There is an assurance that God can restore your relationship. That is faith. God will do it for you. He will not stay idle and watch things go bad and worse. Knowing that God can solve any problem will give you confidence, even in the wrong situations and events in your life. If your relationship is broken and not in good order, and it seems there is no remedy to that situation because of the things that have happened or are happening in that relationship, I tell you, as long as you put your trust in God alone and cry to Him for help, He will surely intervene. God can change any bad situation in our life that is not giving God glory. A broken relationship does not give Him glory. Therefore, He will restore it. No matter what went wrong in your relationship, God can fix it. The role you have to play in this situation is to ensure that you put your faith in God, because He will restore it and your faith will put God into work for you. When you have the faith in God that no matter what went wrong in your relationship, God will fix that relationship for you. It is igniting more faith in you. That will now be what will make you believe the more, and when your faith is very strong, God will fix and restore everything in your relationship. God will do it for you, and whenever you remember or the thought that God is working on your relationship, you will be happy because the solution is not far from you. God is the answer to your situation, and the power of God is over everything that concerns you. The word of the Lord said the Lord will perfect all that concerns you. When God is working on restoring your broken relationship, He will give you instructions on what to do, when to do, and also how to go about it. One of the things God will instruct you to do is to humble yourself. One of the greatest things you can do to restore a broken relationship is to humble yourself, and to humble yourself means to admit where you are wrong, take blames, and learn to say sorry when you are at fault if you are willing to fix things and make things work out. The major reason why things go out of hand, fired, or heated up is that no one wants to humble themselves, to apologize, and take the blame. After we humble ourselves and admit when we are wrong, it is also crucial to seek forgiveness. When you ask for forgiveness, the forgiving party forfeits their right to ever bring it up again. The person can choose to remember the offenses, no more just as the Lord does. The same holds when you forgive the person. Put it behind you and do not bring it up again. Forgiveness is a key component to the restoration of a relationship. In conclusion, Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 5. Thus said the Lord, Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. God can still restore a broken relationship. You have to trust in God for restoration and not in the help of man. Let God have His way in your relationship and do not lean on your understanding. Trust His leading and directions to restore your relationship, even to be better than it was before. There is a remedy to that situation, but you have to look to God to help you out. You have to submit to His leadership and authority. Do not interfere in what He is doing. Just trust Him. He is your Father. He loves and cares for you, and He wants you to see you smile again at your restored relationship. God can and will move mountains for your sake. You deserve to be happy, and God will give you that desired happiness.